help guide your child athlete to navigate the inevitable challenge of whether it's time to quit their sport or not. In this video, I'm going to help you understand the steps to take for the athlete prior to making a final decision on quitting the sport. Understand when not to quit, even if it feels like the best choice. Learn which steps to take if it's not time to quit the sport, and what steps to take if it is time to quit. When I quit baseball right after high school, I didn't have any type of checklist, and I didn't have any idea of the mistakes I was making in my process to come to my decision. I was lost, scared, and struggled with the results on the field. I had many mixed feelings and many distractions I allowed to cloud my judgment. If I had a better process, I may still have quit, but I would not have had the huge gap in my life that left me lost and struggling for a purpose. The first thing to understand is if it's time for your child to quit the sport. Now we're going to go through a quick checklist. It's time for your child to quit the sport if your child knows their dream or goal within their sport, and this dream or goal is clear and easy to understand. Plus, your child has worked to find the joy within their sport during practices, workouts, or competition. Plus, your child has faced their fears about continuing and come up with some strategies to deal with these fears. Plus, your child has addressed burnout issues at the root cause. Plus, your child has given their dream their all, and they found that they just do not want to continue anymore. If all these things come to fruition, and they've come to the conclusion with giving their all to all these steps, and they just are done, then it's time to quit. However, if your child has not done all the steps, he or she should go through the following process. Even if they still determine it's time to end their sports participation, this process will be extremely valuable for the rest of their life. Step 1 is about knowing what they want from their sport and why they want it. This is not about other people's desires for them. This is about their own passions. Is the big dream about the sport itself, or maybe how the sport can help them reach their dream? Do this by having the athlete answer what he or she wants from athletics, or at least what he or she wanted from athletics before the current roadblocks. Then have him or her answer why they want or even wanted this, and what benefit does this provide him or her. For example, if the athlete wants to make the team, why and what benefit does this provide? Is this camaraderie? Is this a chance for them to stand out amongst their peers? A chance for them to reach the next level? And how does this benefit the athlete? This starts to create an understanding of what the athlete's dream and passion is or can be developed into. Step 2 is finding and experiencing joy within the participation of athletics. This may not be in all phases, and this also may not be in the majority of time devoted to the sport, but it has to be enough to overcome the challenges inherent in the athletic journey. 2 keys in finding joy and enjoyment. First is connecting with the original joy the athlete felt and experienced when he or she was new to the sport. What did the athlete like and enjoy about the sport? Second is finding new areas that are enjoyable. As the athlete rises in competition, being connected to the original joy can be effective. However, this joy may disappear as the athlete moves up in levels of competition, as this changes the ability to enjoy the sport in the same way. That's why it's important to find new joys and ways to enjoy the process of athletics, and that's why that's so important. This can be the friendships and camaraderie that the athlete experiences, or the improvement and increased ability that takes some reflecting on these advancements. There are many changes throughout the athletic journey. Finding the joy is a major key to being able to reach the dream and goals. Step 3 is identifying areas where there's excessive fear that gets in the way of being able to perform or even stops the athlete from working to improve and increase his or her skills and abilities. Fear is normal in athletics and can even prove to be useful in keeping the athlete sharp and alert. But being bound by fear can make athletics miserable. This is the time to find out where the athlete has fears, why these fears exist, and develop strategies to overcome these fears. Once the athlete knows why the fear is there, this provides the athlete and those supporters of the athlete to create strategies to limit the negative effects of this fear. This is often a case-specific process. If you're an athlete dealing with this type of fear, or you're supporting an athlete in this predicament and you're struggling through this process, let me know in the comments below or contact me directly and I'll help guide you through this process. Step 4 is addressing burnout issues that you may be experiencing. Often knowing your dream or main goal that you're passionate about and having a plan to accomplish this dream will clear up many burnout issues. Now, we covered this earlier in this video in step 1. I've also created another video specifically addressing the causes and solutions to many burnout issues. The link for that video is right here. There is also the issue of lack of performance, which leads to burnout. I go in depth in this in my program, Athlete Unleashed, along with expanded details of the steps I'm covering in this video. Lack of performance is a deep subject which is too big to add to this video. If you'd like me to create a video specifically to lack of performance, let me know in the comments below. Step 5 is giving the pursuit of your dream your all, everything you possibly can. The challenge here is once you're in the middle of your athletic journey, this can seem very overwhelming, but there are often steps that you need to address before you can really give your full effort. The good part is we've already covered these steps in this video. First, you need to know your dream, why you want your dream, and how you're going to accomplish your dream. Next, find and create joy in the pursuit of your dream. The entire journey will not be enjoyable. However, you can add joy in many different areas in the process that will counterbalance these areas that are less enjoyable. Then you want to identify any areas that fear is impeding your performance and effort devoted to improving your skills and abilities. This is where you need to develop strategies to overcome this fear, even if you need to find someone that can help you with this process. Then you want to address areas of burnout that may be causing you to doubt your desires or abilities to succeed. Once these areas are all in place, you want to give your dream your full energy and devotion. If it's truly time to quit, you want to help the athlete do this on their own terms, with them knowing that this is the best decision, and this decision will not create an empty feeling which leaves the athlete lost and struggling to find the next step. When they've decided to quit, what can they now pursue that could be their new dream, that they could be passionate about and that fulfills them? As they start exploring different possibilities, help them be open to many different options. When something piques their interest, have them ask themselves, what is it about this that they're interested in and why? Look at different pursuits, hobbies, and even locations as possible inspirations to their exploration for their next step. Hopefully you've gained some valuable tips from this video. This is only scratching the surface of sports burnout. For a deeper dive into addressing if it's time to quit and what the next steps are, check out my program Athlete Unleashed at stopsportsburnout.com. The link is in the description below.